How can I read a reel-to-reel tape from the 1970s? A close friend of my mother worked at Beckon in the 1970s and 1980s. She recently passed away, and in sorting through her estate, my mother discovered some reel-to-reel magnetic tape. We are curious about what might be on it. I haven't yet seen a picture of it, but Wikipedia tells me this is most likely deck tape. Is there any chance the data on it is still good? It was not preserved with great care, but as far as we know it has also never been particularly abused. Just left in a box and moved a few times. If the data is still valid, do we need to dig up a PDP or VAX or read it, or is there a more modern option?
If the tape is deck tape, you will definitely need to find a 256 drive to read it. 256 units are going to be pretty hard to come by, and would likely require some repair, replacement of old capacitors, decaying wiring, burned out indicators. As far as hosts go, you are way more likely to find a working VAX than a working PDPA, but you will need the right interface board, likely bus for the smaller VAXs. The bit density is fairly low at 350 bpi and the signal is Manchester encoded, so if you can get the data some other way you could certainly put it into an emulated PDP or VAX. CC VAX works very well. c.trailingedge.com/vax.html. If you are very hardcore you can build the interface card yourself. This URL. For more info on the 256 drive, this URL. All of this is a lot of effort for 184 words of data. You may want to try comp.sys.dec to see if anyone has any 256s laying around, and I certainly second the recommendation of contacting the Computer History Museum.
Deck tapes are easily differentiable from standard open reel tapes as they were 1 inch wide and the reels were maybe 4 to 5 inches in diameter, and the flanges were maybe a ½ inch deep. Deck tape was one of the most robust media of its day, if not the most robust. It had redundant timing and data tracks and could be read or written in either direction. The salesman used to wow potential customers by punching the tape multiple times, with a handheld paper punch and showing that the tape was still readable. Told to me by one of the salesmen, after the paper punch demo, a customer asked if it was waterproof, too. The salesman told us that he had no idea, but for the heck of it, he had dropped one into a bucket of water, and took the customer to lunch. When they got back, he said, he'd hung it on the drive and read it successfully, while water streamed off of it in all directions. It didn't need any sticky markers. The timing tracks had all the position information it needed, but you will need a deck tape drive, and one or another deck machine to run it, unless you're up for the challenge of building an interface and writing the low-level tape drivers for it.
Unfortunately, the tapes have probably degraded past the point of recovery. The upper bound on magnetic media lifetime is 30 years. This URL.
A computer history museum may be able to help.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.